What's up guys, and welcome back to Skookum Living. Today we are going to be making our very own Cedar chambered surfboard. So we have a surfboard that I bought on Craigslist for about 75 bucks. We're going to use this to kind of trace out a little bit, get some nice rounded lines off of it. And then we're going to cut it all up, hollow it all out, glue it all back together, sand it up once again, coat it all, and then of course we're going to go test it out. It's beautiful out here on the water in southeast Alaska, and I want to have a new board for the new season. So let's get into this fun build and let's go surfing. In order to keep myself from having to sand too much, I'm going to cut the camber into all these boards before I start screwing and sanding them all. So I'm going to use this board and adjust it a little bit and try and get a nice even line on this thing. So let's give this a shot. So now I got my line. Now I can cut that out of all 15 of these boards and I'll have my camber. Ready? Just kidding, I actually have to cut it out. Sweet. I got the camber cut out of all of them. I have the board laid out how I want it to get laid out as far as orientation and design and whatnot. And then I put 3 lines on here just so I can make sure that the board gets all lined up nice and straight when I'm attaching these boards together. First step is to screw them all together except for the middle one. Something special is going to happen to the middle one. So when we get there, we'll get into it. But first, I need to swap out bits for screws. Sounds like I need a new battery. So we'll do that too. I come in the middle. Whoa. 3 lines lined up perfectly. So the idea about putting the glue on the middle one is that it hides these screws so you can get at them from the inside and you don't have any holes on the outside. I wonder how strong super glue is. We're gonna find out. Let's let this harden. Boards are all screwed and glued together. I gave them a light sand just so I could kind of see what the design looks like. Now it's time to put the surfboard design down. So we got this surfboard to give us our arc. I'm gonna start right at the nose up there, and then to right there. I have the board drawn out. I had to do it a couple of times. I made a few mistakes. Whoopsies. But I'm happy with the new one. So what I'm going to do now is trim off the excess with the circular saw here because there's a couple of screws in here maybe. And this is the only saw that I really trust to really pound through those. And for the most part, make it through the thick part. So here we go. Well, let the glue dry overnight. Seems like it's holding pretty well. I'm not going to be getting too rough with it, just going to be sanding on it a little bit to pretty rainy day out there, so I set up a little bit of tarpology outside the door. Looks like it's holding for now, but I want to have the doors open because we're about to make a whole lot of dust. Got a mask, got goggles, got headphones. Let's get sandy. Board's looking pretty. Pulled the fin out of this board over here, so I'm just gonna make 2 of these. So this is koa wood. Pretty rare. It was given to me by a friend of mine out in Hawaii, so it seems fitting to be put into a surfboard. Alright, so I'm going to set the depth for the drill. So tape it off, I don't want to go too deep. Punch to the other side of the board. Whoopsies! The board is shaped how I like it. I want to see how heavy it is because it's still a big old solid chunk of wood. Bathroom scale to the rescue. 31.7 pounds. Our number to beat is 31.7 pounds. I don't think it's going to be that tough. It's coming along. I got it numbered, laid out. Ready to break in half. Perfect. That worked out. Now that I got all these taken apart, I have to mark how thick I want this board to be all the way around. Now that we got the deck and the base all lined out, it's time to start removing material. So I got a bunch of these little Forstner bits, and I'm just going to start drilling a bunch of holes in there, and then we'll connect them all together with the jigsaw. And we want to make sure we leave a few little spines, if you will, or columns that give some structure to hold the top to the bottom. So make sure you do that on each one. And now for the most exciting part of the whole build, the glue up process. It's pretty scary, as far as I've never really done a laminate before, but we got all of our pieces cut out, they're nice and hollow. I was able to scratch off 10 pounds off the board itself, so it should be quite a bit lighter than it was before. But I got some glue, I got a bunch of clamps. Let's experiment. Alright, it's been 2 hours since we glued the rails on there, so we're going to start unscrewing everything. It's holding. It's holding. It's still holding. So it's been how many hours? 1 o'clock, we did it at 8. 5 hours? 5 hours since the original OG gluing. It's the first time seeing it all together with no strap on it. Woo! Surf's out, bro. Let's go surfing! Woo! That's dope. That's dope! Yep.
Stoked.
Time to sand. Using wood filler to fill in all the gaps. Last step before the final sand and epoxy coating. So I got to attach the fins. So I'm gonna do a little wood glue in the 2 slots, pop them in there, and then we'll do the final sand. Woo, so close. We're about to get high tech on this woodworking project, ladies and gentlemen. I hope I didn't just break my computer. Here goes nothing. Print. Yeah. Oh, that's epic. That's all I ever do, bud, is sand. I'm a sander. Because I'm not a board maker. I just made a board. Are we rolling? Is there recording? There's recording. Welcome to Port Chilkoot, Haines, Alaska. Surfboard is done, I think. It's got a couple of coats. It's been sanded, it's been cleaned. It's beautiful. Now we just gotta see if it works. So let's go surf. Well, never made a surfboard before, but I think it works. I know it works behind a boat. We just got to get a little bit bigger wig and see if we can just. But success! Gotta make another one. If you like this video, click the like button, maybe subscribe. See you in the next build. Bye.